Hi everyone, Melissa Hall here with QA Prep, and today I wanted to talk to you about a social media policy. So a lot of you may have signed up for my free private practice paperwork crash course already, and as a part of that I go through administrative forms that people should have in private practice. One of those forms that I talk about is having a social media policy. Now I've heard different things, and there's a lot of differing opinions about social media and how therapists should use it, and that's not really the point of having a policy. The point of having a policy is that regardless of what your beliefs are around social media and whether or not you even use it for business, it is something that your clients are using. Without a doubt, even my grandparents are on Facebook. No one is immune to social media these days. So it's important that you think about what types of social media you use in your practice, in your business, and what types of social media you use in your personal life. So you want to think about what are the purposes, what's the purpose for each of those things, and for each different aspect of social media. So whether that's Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, etc. Then you want to think about how does that relate to your clients. So for example, on Twitter, if you have a business Twitter account, people can follow you and they may have whatever kind of name. You may not know who they are. So what does that mean for you and your clients if your clients wanted to follow you? You want to think about things like how would you respond to them if they reached out to you over social media. And those are things that you want to include in a social media policy. So once you have that in your social media policy, then you review it with your clients. And it's one of those things that's a great idea to review in one of your first sessions. I would recommend your very first session so that you never have any hurt feelings, and you've also covered yourself ethically. So you go over your social media policy, you let your clients know exactly what your expectations are. I know a lot of people who have, a lot of therapists who have a Facebook business page, and they block any clients who might like their page because they don't want them to comment or try to reach out to them on that format. But if you don't tell your client ahead of time that you're going to block them, that might cause some hurt feelings. And that's something that can be totally avoided if you address it with them ahead of time. On the other side of the spectrum, if you never talk to them about it and then they like your page and then they start commenting, maybe they mention something that happened in session, and then you're worried about, about them compromising their confidentiality. You may also be worried about boundaries and having people try to reach out to you in ways that you're not really comfortable with. So those are all things you want to think about. Look at each part of social media that you're involved in. Think about what your rules are going to be for your business, and then write it out. And the really important thing I always want to tell everyone is, we create a lot of policies and procedures, but if you don't actually review it with them, with your clients, they don't have a lot of meaning. So write it out and then review it with them and explain to your clients why you have those different procedures. And understand that this is still an emerging thing in the therapy field. So your policy may be different from someone else's, and neither one is right or wrong. It's just about what you feel is comfortable for your practice, for your clients. So write it out. If you haven't signed up for my private practice crash course, then please do. There's a link here, and I will give you a little bit more information about other forms that you want to have and review with your clients in those first sessions. Okay? Thanks so much for listening, and happy writing.